So what I did here, Worn Torn, is I took one of your lyrics to your songs, I ran it through ChatGPT, and I asked it, is this look like it's been written by a human or by AI? And guess what? Okay, what is today's video about? I am calling out the fake artists, the fake musicians on YouTube and Spotify who are getting so much attention and millions of views and are getting rewarded for it, are getting revenue from it, trying to sell merchandise from deception. I want to know, Warren Torn, what do you have to say about yourself? You lied, you said you make your own music, every single one of your songs in your studio. You made a video, you posted it 5 months ago, you didn't follow up with it. So what's going on? Can you prove that you're not using AI? So I'm going to prove to you and all your fans that you lied to them. I'm going to show that you're using AI music. And I know you know that you're using AI music. And I'm going to expose other fake artists on YouTube. Am I taking this too seriously? I want to hear from you guys. Like, is this such a big deal? I think it is, because it's harming and it's disrespecting real artists who are working their ass off, who are actually making the sacrifices. Okay? If you use AI music, that's okay, as long as you're being honest. You know, I had a phase where I used AI music, but I was honest about it, and I wrote it in my bios or wrote it in my videos, you know, and I tried to be creative with it. I was taking my old music and I was trying to remix it and using AI to add vocals to it, because I was finding it's difficult to find someone to do vocals with my music. So I did it to kind of remix my songs and add vocals to my old songs. So I think that's okay as long as you're honest. But you know, I think it's the best is just to do everything originally. But if you're having fun with AI, there's no problem. What I have a problem with is people lying about it and then getting revenue from it, and they're exploiting people emotionally because they're putting up a fake persona. AI knows nothing about suffering or pain. So when this person's singing about their troubled life, you're thinking you're relating with a real person, and AI is making up these stories, and it's never been through any of the stuff. And if you're saying you're writing your own lyrics, Warren Torn, I'm going to prove that wrong also. So you guys, his fans, no, I'm kind of doing this to you, for you. I'm doing this to protect other people so they don't get taken advantage of. And I want to know from your fans, Warren Torn fans, I see you love the music. He's getting millions of views. And I'm sorry to break it to you that he's fake. It's a real person, but the persona is fake and the music is fake. It's generated through AI. I want to know, are you going to continue to support him? Does this bother you or does it not bother you? And you know what? I like the music, and who cares how it's made? I'm just going to keep enjoying it. And man, do your fans love you? Like, let's read what they're writing about you. First off, thank you for serving the country and fighting for our freedom. To listen to, write, and produce and sing music like this, it's soul food, deep, real, raw, and healing. Because it resonates with those who have felt alone in the same thoughts and feared speaking out. It causes a good cry. And for a man that never cries to cry, that is healing, because pain is being released. My husband loved this music and said he hadn't had the feels like that from music in a very long time. Don't give up. This is your calling. So this tells me people think you actually wrote this. They're thinking they're resonating to a real human being. But these lyrics are written by something that doesn't understand pain and suffering. And I know the lyrics are not real. I'm going to prove it to you. Okay? What It Takes to Be a Man, perhaps the best country or rock song I've ever heard. And I have over 300, 800 songs on my playlist. God bless you. Love your music. I used to write stuff like this 20 years ago. Nobody wanted to hear it back then. People thought it was too depressing. Keep it up, man. You're helping a lot of people for sure. So maybe AI music is good. Maybe it's actually doing something us real artists can't do, because it took me 12 years to try to get to 1,000 subscribers. And in 1 year, you've racked up like 26 million views through your music. And it seems to be touching people in positive ways. People are saying your music is amazing. So, am I am I doing a bad thing by calling you out? Am I doing something wrong? Am I in the wrong? But you know what I want? I want honesty and I want truth. And I'm going to show people this is AI music. Maybe it's not such a big thing, but I think it needs to be disclosed. So this is what today's video is about. I hope you enjoy. And the fans, I want to know, does it matter if you resonate with this music, now that you know the truth, that he didn't write it, does it matter to you? Do you feel lied to or betrayed? Or if the song is good, who cares how it came about? All right, let's get started. Okay, guys, so how do we spot AI music? There's a few simple ways of doing it, and then I'm going to show you the easiest way in the end. Number one red flag, there's no footage, there's no images of them giving musical performances because they can't play music. Okay? It's fake. A fake persona. Take their bio. If they have a bio, take their bio, copy paste it, run it through ChatGPT. Ask it if it's written by a human. See what it gives you. Many times, I did this with Warren Torn. It shows you it's written by AI, and it gives you the reasons why it's written. Looks like it's written by AI. Take their lyrics. If you have to, you might have to type them up if you can't get it. You can also click on the YouTube video, click for transcript, and then copy and paste the transcript, put it through AI, and ask it, are these lyrics written by human or AI? Okay, so I did this with Warren Torn. The AI actually told me which music program he used to create those songs. And I'm gonna take a song from that music program and show you that's actually very similar to the music that he's putting out. It's like the same vocals, the same style. So, huge red flag, but if you're a diehard War Torn fan, okay, stick around. I'll give you more examples. Let's see and listen. Can I recreate a Warren Torn song? And you guys be the judges to tell me if these songs sound similar.
Listen how on a tightrope thin, the world spins fast while I sink in, a carousel of tasks that never ends. It ain't the money, it ain't the fame that'll carry your weight when they call your name. It's the love you give, the lives you touch, the little things that mean so much. I've learned it's not the trophy.
I forget what example we're on already. Listen for vocal inconsistencies. This eventually is not going to be an issue as AI gets better. It always will sound like it's the same singer. But if you listen to Michael Jackson, you can always tell, even though songs are different, it's always the same singer. When we listen to his songs, why is each song? It sounds like it's a different singer. Let's look at a song. Let's have a listen.
Ones who cared best of love like war and prayed like hell.
Okay, so these are files where I just extracted the vocals. Now let's have a listen to a different song.
I will help fill the hole we like some slashes off crack. Train to kill with excellence.
Can you see, like, that's definitely a different singer, and the audio quality. The audio quality is so poor because when real people record real music, they record each instrument separate, and then everything's mixed together and mastered into one audio file. I don't know how AI AI does not actually record instruments, right? So how does it synthesize the sounds? It's not recorded sounds. It comes out from some sort of mathematical algorithm that it generates. From my understanding, how like AI is trained is, I guess, it downloads all this MP3 files of this copyrighted material. So now there's all these lawsuits happening, like seeing is what they're doing, how they train their models, is it even actually legal because it seems to be breaking copyright because they're taking something that doesn't belong to them. They didn't actually pay for the music and they're downloading, scraping it from like YouTube and torrents. And then what they're doing is they're doing something else that goes against copyright, which is creating derivatives. So for example, if I create a remix that's a derivative of a song and I try and sell it, then I don't have a license or permission to do it. So they're creating derivatives without a license or permission, and they're taking the audio sound and they're converting it to like, I think they're called spectrograms or waveforms, which is like an image of the song, and then it's analyzing those spectrograms and it's coming up with some sort of statistical mathematical algorithms that they use it to train and to learn the music. So they're illegally downloading it, then without a license, they're converting it to another image form, which is considered to be a derivative, and they're deleting the sound, and they're keeping these derivatives, which is also, I guess, considered illegal. And then from that, they use it to train and do all sort of this math. So the AI itself doesn't record instruments. And then when you try and split and separate the instruments, like you can take one song and you can split the different instruments together. When it's done with a real song, you get high quality results. When you try to do it with AI, you can hear the vocal quality is very poor. Maybe eventually as AI gets better, it will change, but for now, that's another clue. You can try to extract the vocals using these. I use Lala, so it's a way to get different instruments separated out, and I like to do it to extract vocals and make remixes. So let's look at his other songs, the vocals.
Keep it in check, but the pain in my chest feels like it's breaking my neck. Every thought's a scream.
All right, sounds like a different person to me.
Oh, up above, I sing big lights and I've flown high.
Okay, so that's already a good enough reason. Like you can tell that it's a different person singing each single time. So we talked, check the lyrics through AI, ask if it's written by a human or AI, check the bios, run them through AI, check the vocals. Do we have vocal consistency or inconsistency? Does it sound like it's the same person singing it? Check their output. How much music are they putting out? Is this like humanly even possible? He's put out 7 albums in 1 year. That's not humanly possible, that type of output. Like a professional band like Metallica or other rock bands, it'll take them like 2.5 years on average to put up an album. How's this person putting out like 100 something songs, 7 albums in 1 year? And what this does is their high output rates, the algorithms on YouTube, and I don't know how Spotify works, it's benefiting them and it's harming real artists because they're constantly able to put out songs, high quality songs. They're getting lots of views. They're putting out lots of material. The algorithm is benefiting them more than real artists, and now they're profiting off the YouTube algorithm. It's like they're built for each other. This low effort, high output AI material and the YouTube algorithm, they kind of help each other out. That's why I want music to be detected and flagged on AI and Spotify, and it shouldn't be monetized the same way. Now, the easiest way is if the songs were flagged or detected, and so you wouldn't have to try and figure this out. But we have to look for clues and red flags. And another red flag is, I don't know if I mentioned this, but look at the artwork. So we mentioned if there's no footage, and there's no real pictures and we don't see them performing, what are they gonna put on their videos? Is just gonna be fake AI generated arts, fake AI generated images of people. What even if the videos they're AI generated. So that's a huge clue. Like everything, they generate everything with AI. The images, the lyrics, the music. Um, and then, like I said, if YouTube actually flagged it and put a filter, we don't have to deal with this. So we have to do something different, and we have to outsource to an AI detector. And it's not always 100% accurate, but again, it'll just give you another reason to find, like, if it's hitting all these benchmarks, you know it's AI. And so there's a website called Submit Hub, and they have an AI detector, and you just copy paste the YouTube or Spotify link, or you drop in the audio file on there, and it will tell you if it thinks it's AI. I did this with his Warren Torn songs, and it got flagged for AI. Sometimes it's inconclusive, sometimes it misses. So you gotta test a bunch of their songs. But if you can find two, you probably know that the rest are also AI. Then I found an even better AI, and it's through Deezer, which is a streaming platform like Spotify. So really, if you want to skip all these steps and you want to go to the fastest way to find if a person is using AI, is to look at Deezer. I go through the desktop version because, and you have to make an account with them. And then you search for the artist. And if you can find the artist and you click on a song, it will give you like kind of like a AI label. This was generated with AI. And lo and behold, Warren Torn, you said you wrote every single song yourself. You're getting millions of views because you built this deception. And what does Deezer show? It shows that every single one of your songs is AI generated. So I'm curious, how do you respond? Warren Torn fans, I'm curious, how do you feel? Does it matter for you? Do you still enjoy the music? This is what I'm curious to know. Like, do people even care about real artists, real music? Because in the comments, everyone seems to be happy. He's getting millions of views. Does this change your mind about the music? Would you continue to listen to his music? Because there has been another band that's been debunked. It was getting millions of monthly listeners, Velvet Sundown. And once it came out and people figured out that they're not a real band, it's AI, their views just massively dropped, and they're at 6,000 views now, monthly listens, I mean, on Spotify. So going from 1 million to 6,000 after people discovered it was AI. So maybe people do care how something is made. And these people are profiting from this. People are using AI music to scam people. There's this fake AI family, this website, where people are commissioning songs. You know, like if you want to ask someone to make a song for your loved one, you can pay this fake AI family, they have this fake AI image of the family, to write a song for you for just $100 American, and have all these testimonials. They've sold like 400 songs, more than 400 songs. They have this whole backstory saying, you know, we're putting out this huge sale. We used to charge for $500. Now we're charging for $100 from this song, this 80% discount. And you can make these songs for your loved ones. And these songs are all AI generated. I took recorded pieces of the songs. I put them through Submit Hub, and it's flagged for AI generated songs. But they're charging people $100 for something that took them seconds to make. They're lying about it. They're saying it's going to take them like 4 or 5 days to make a song. But if you're in a big emergency, you could pay an extra fee and they'll hurry up and maybe they'll get it done in 2 days and send it to you. And the most diabolical thing is they're mocking you. They're mocking you. Like, look at um, their bio, they're called the Walkers. Okay, and actually now this website has been flagged for you won't be able to access it for fraud because it's a it's like a scam. It's been flagged as a scam, but they've made already like what is it, like $40,000 all this fake music that they're putting out, but people can't tell the difference because 97% can't tell the difference between AI or if it's real. Um, Anyways, look at their bio, and what it says is our careers are ending because AI is taking over and we're losing our jobs and we have to call it quits. But before we do this, we're having this massive sale on our songs, custom made songs. So they're mocking you. They're like, for them it's like an inside joke. Look at Warren Torn. Like, can you really take him serious where he's wearing a hat that says "Show me your butthole"? Like that's a red flag. Like, why would you trust that? That's the first image that he's putting out of himself. Um, so I'm gonna reveal to you some more of these artists so that when you see them, you know, don't support these artists because how does it work with Spotify? With like when music's been monetized, like from what I kind of understand is there's like a one lump sum of money, of revenue that's made that's being split between all the artists. Okay? So these AI artists, they can just keep pumping out material. They're gonna overflood and oversaturate uh, YouTube and Spotify with AI songs. Like I think Deezer did a study and they actually said so 30%, 30 I think something like 30% of the songs being uploaded are AI generated. Once more and more people start realizing this is like a revenue opportunity where you can make some quick money, you spend only like $10 monthly on these websites to create AI music. Um, there's going to be more and more people they're seeing, okay, this is an opportunity that I need to capitalize on. And it's probably going to shoot up to 50% and maybe even more. This is why I want AI music to be regulated because it's harming, it's making it more difficult, and we're having to compete with an output that's not realistic for us to compete with for real artists. So 30% of the stuff that's being put out is already AI generated of the music, and people can't tell the difference. So I'm going to show some more of these artists, and like I said, the revenue is there's less and less real artists, more fake music, and the fake music, the AI music, is what getting more and more listens than real artists. Sometimes there's been cases where AI music is actually trained on a band, like an up and coming band that's doing decent numbers, like 700,000 monthly um, listeners. And this new AI band that's just copying all their material is in 2 months already getting more listens than the band that they're actually copying. So this is going to start harming and killing off artists. It's going to discourage artists from actually pursuing their dreams because it's already hard enough for artists to make a living. If you look at Spotify, I think it's like 90% of the artists don't, or 80% of the artists don't make like $1,000 off streaming. And it's only the top probably 1% that makes good money. And these guys are already getting millions of listens. And Spotify said, I think that they're going to stop paying. Like if you're not getting 1,000, if I forget what it is, if you either don't make $1,000 or if you don't get 1,000 monthly listeners, you're not getting paid. So they're already cutting off the bottom end of the artist, and these fake people are going to get bigger pieces of the pie each time. And it's going to be harder for real artists to get noticed. And what I think what's going to happen is people are going to start becoming desensitized because when you start a skill, you suck in the beginning and it takes a very long time to get good at something. at a skill. The AI is automatically already really good. So everyone that's starting out is they're not gonna see like they're getting like it's gonna feel like what's the point of making something where it's gonna take me so long to get good enough to even try to compete with the output that the AI is already making. So it's just really gonna be discouraging for artists. So let me show you some more of these people like Warren Torn, like these walkers that are being deceptive on purpose. They're trying to sell merchandise. They're the intention is not the same as a person that creates art and music because they love the process, because it's fun. They have a different intention. And how do we know what effects listening to the AI music is going to have on us? Like, we don't know. Like, right now, they're already starting to find negative effects from AI, just things like using ChatGPT, like AI psychosis, like it's affecting people's mental health. It's lowering the studies they've shown that using AI to perform tasks, like they took different groups and they asked them to use just AI to write an essay, just the internet but no AI, and no internet, no AI, and they found that the groups, I don't know how long these trials were, but they found that the groups that were using just AI, their intelligence was getting lower and lower and lower. And even though after they stopped the experiment, their intelligence didn't go back up. So using AI is already having a negative effect. How do we know by listening to these synthetic sounds? They're not recorded sounds, not recorded music, what effect it does to our psychology or emotion. And we already know that the positive intention from the music it is gone. So let's see some of these other artists, and maybe we'll end it there. And I want to hear what you guys think. Do you care? Does it matter to you if what you're listening to is AI? Do you care that like these people did not put in effort to create this music? Does Yeah, I'm just really curious because I know artists care. I know artists care, but what does the casual person who doesn't make music think of AI music? Because we're seeing them getting millions of plays. People like the result. Do they care how it's made? That's what I want to know. So I think to conclude this video, my final thoughts are it's just gonna be split into two people. There's gonna be people who are pro technological progress, or they simply like AI music. It doesn't matter for them. And then there's the people who actually care about artists, want to support artists, and they care how the music came about. And that's how the world's gonna be. It's gonna be harder for artists. It's gonna be harder for people in other jobs that are gonna be replaced by artists. And I really hope that YouTube and Spotify will do something to flag songs as AI and will change the monetization. Or maybe they won't, because maybe having all this content being put out and put out means they can actually pay less, the artists less, and they're making more money and they're generating more revenue because all these videos are going viral. And for Spotify now, if they can, and for music studios, if they can start generating AI artists, they don't need to pay them money. If you can create your own, if you're in a music studio and you create your own AI artists, like the deal that's been struck with Suno and Universal, then you're saving money, and all the artists are gonna run out. And you know what else? How I think it's affecting humanity, having AI do all these things to you. We're lowering our human potential. We need to have heroes. We need to have people who do extraordinary things. and seeing people succeed even in music and accomplishing something crazy where they can even, make a living through music, go viral, playing in front of thousands of people in stadiums, seeing other people make their dreams come true inspires other people to be the best versions of themselves. And then people get too discouraged and realize, okay, my dreams are not going to be possible. And they're not going to see examples of people reaching their peak potential. They're not going to be inspired to think big, you know? So I think we're limiting our human potential when we keep giving away our humanity to the machines. There's probably a good use and good place for AI, but I don't think it's in the creative fields. It should be maybe used to, maybe it could use as an assistant, but not as a replacement. We kind of need to think forward into the future and see, do we actually need AI to replace artists? Like, I thought AI would help you with your job, make your job easier so that you have more free time to do music and art and the things that you love. But instead, it's like AI is doing all the fun stuff, the creative stuff, and then we're left having to look for work and doing jobs that we don't want to do. It's kind of the opposite way around. So, anyways, the choice is yours. You know how to figure out if a song's AI or not. Thanks for listening. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I want to hear everyone's point of view. I think the cat's out of the bag, and we'll see. We'll let the people decide. But if we don't tell people the truth and they don't know what kind of content they're getting, they can't actually make a choice. So, thanks for listening, and goodbye.